Hello, front page followers and students of FRCC. What follows is my full interview with student/drummer Mao. A link to the full article will be provided in the description. Please enjoy. Again, thanks for coming. The show was awesome.
Thank you for coming. It was a blast.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah. I was wondering what your full name is.
Full name is Mal Ali Taha Abu Haltam. That's the three Arabic names.
Oh wow. Yeah. Do you mind writing them down so I can quote you?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna remember.
You're
that.
all good, dude. No, it's the way like Arabic naming works is you receive your father's name as your middle name, and then his father's name as a surname, and then his father's name as like a tie-in to the last name.
Where are you from?
I'm from Detroit, but my family is from Finland, Israel, moved to Jordan, Mexico, and Quebec, French Canada.
Wow.
Yeah, I am a soup.
Yeah. Yeah. And what are the pronouns you'd like to be called?
She, they, please.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you for asking.
Yeah, I wanted to quote you properly. How old are you?
I am 24, 25 on the 24th.
Oh, happy upcoming birthday.
Thank you, yeah.
25. What are you studying here?
I'm getting an Associates of Applied Sciences with a focus on music production. So it's a science associates, but like everything that I'm really diving into is more in the music production world. And like it is a bit of a science in its own right. It's kind of like a bit of physics when it comes to mic technique. Acoustics is basically just sound physics.
Mhm.
So I have to do a physics lab next semester just to kind of get a better grip of it. But
That's cool. So then what's your dream job, I guess?
ooh, dream job. I'd want to be a talent buyer. So essentially, someone who works for a venue and builds all the lineups for them, like finds touring acts, gets them a date, and then finds local support to just fill out the crowd. And I think it would basically just be like me living my dream because I could curate shows I already love and then just go to them and get paid to do it.
Yeah, that's awesome. How long have you been drumming?
I've been drumming what? Yeah. Oh, I want to say like 16 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I started in middle school. Excuse me, and did it all the way through high school. Joined the jazz band in high school, and that's like when I went from the more concert percussion stuff to the drum kit and fell in love. And yeah,
Yeah, you're really good.
thank you.
That solo was awesome.
That was not my best work, but thank you, thank you. That's like the jazz drumming coming through. And I really appreciate Adam for giving both Baz and I like a moment to just like take
Yeah.
the spotlight, just like he does with his freestyles too.
Yeah.
It's a blast.
Do you usually do that at most shows?
Most shows, yeah. If it's like a shorter set, we're just gonna play all of our originals and like go heavy and fast. But
Yeah.
Surfside was like a special case. We had a whole hour to really just have fun. So
Yeah, yeah. That's good. I got good shots of all you guys on your solos.
heck
So
yeah.
it'll look great. Um, so you told me earlier that you're in multiple bands. How many bands are you in?
As of right now, I'm in 4 active projects, and I've been in like 3 before all of these kind of got up and running. And those 3 aren't really meeting anymore, but I'm also in Dumpster Head, Adam Son of Man, who we're talking about, Mallory Graham, and tentatively this new punk band I've been working with some people in Denver on. It's my friend Magnolia from like when I was in high school, and she is one of my favorite songwriters. So I'm very excited for that one to kind of start picking up steam. We've only had like 2 months worth of practice, not even a show yet, but gonna be good. We're thinking of the name Frank Quasar, like the strong man Frank Azar, who's all over billboards everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have anything shows planned for that band yet?
Not as of yet. We want to plan like some DIY stuff, just set up in someone's garage with like a PA system.
And you've done that with Adam Son.
Yes, yeah. I actually run a DIY venue in town, the Birdhouse. That's my love child, and I just I mean, it's essentially the talent buying I was describing earlier. I curate the lineup. I find a bunch of bands who I think would mesh together, and then we do it like in a garage space or backyard if it's nice enough out. I'll also invite a bunch of local vendors who want to sell their art,
Yeah.
and it's just like a community event, only like $10 entry most of the time.
Yeah. That's super awesome. I think that's really cool. So, how long have you been with Adam Sonoman?
Less than a year, actually. Like we only really started playing together heavily around like June of 2023. I knew about Adam for quite a while because I go to open mics in town a lot, where you kind of just perform what you want. And I'd always seen Adam out at the one at the Atrium in particular, and I'd heard of Baz. Didn't really know him personally, but Adam invited me to jam with the two of them, and I was apprehensive at first, to be honest, but it's really evolved into something awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I'm surprised that you guys haven't been together that long.
We're on the come up, baby.
You seem like you have a good energy, you three.
It's because we all have that energy. It's not like just half the band really invested and the other half just kind of like dragging their feet, kind of
Yeah.
like we talked about earlier on the way in here. But all three of us are just 100% invested, and it's nice because, I mean, it doesn't feel like you're splitting the labor, which I felt like in other projects where it's like half the group members are doing everything and the other half are just kind of showing up. But all three of us do our fair share of making it happen.
That's super cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very thankful for him.
Yeah. So, Adam started the band,
Yes.
and then what's his name? The bassist.
Baz.
Baz.
Jason Basner. Just Bazzy. Or I call him Bazzy Fresh. That's the name of his LLC.
But Adam and Baz, as far as I know, were kind of producing stuff together before I joined the group for a couple of months. Because when I came in, they had some ideas kind of fleshed out already, just needed drums on top of it. I want to say they'd been playing together about a year now, like maybe 6 months before I joined, because I know they had like some previous iterations of the project. Like it went through a phase where it was a 5 piece, and then it was like a 4 piece, and it had like a kind of funkier vibe, and they eventually settled on just like 3 piece rock and roll, and found me
What does peace mean?
piece of the band. So like a 4 piece, you have 4 people in it. I just use piece because it kind of refers to the instruments they're playing. You have 2 guitars, bass, and drums
Yeah.
in a 4 piece. In a 5 piece, you might have 2 guitars, a keyboard, bass, and drums.
Yeah. The trio seems to be working.
It works so well. Like there's a lot more effort you have to put into dynamics of 3 piece rock, which is just like getting louder and softer because there's not an easier way to get louder when there's only 3 of you. But that's where the energy comes in.
Yeah. Yeah. And are Adam and Baz? Or,
B-A-Z.
okay.
Baz.
Baz. Are they students?
Adam's at CSU. Baz is from New Jersey, and he got an audio tech certificate out there, but they're not at Front Range currently. Just
Yeah, that's cool. How was playing the Aggie?
Oh, Aggie was a really good night. We opened for the band Hinder, and no one knows the name of that band, but everyone knows their song "Lips of an Angel," and it was just like a really full house. All of our like OGs from when we were just starting out were all there, and the energy was amazing, amazing. Like it was only a 30-minute set, which is not long,
Yeah.
but we released our EP that morning,
Yeah.
and we're able to just show everyone it, played it front to back, as well as one new track we're working on. But Aggie was phenomenal. Their staff is like one of the best I've ever worked with, especially the sound techs. They were super flexible, and we played with Aquiles, a local kind of like Latin rock group. He's really cool as well. But yeah, just good energy that whole night. I think it was 500 something people there,
Wow.
and the capacity is like 650, so it was almost full.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm kind of upset I missed it.
It's okay.
it would have been awesome. What was the EP called again?
One's a man, three's a band.
There it is.
Yeah, so Adam was like a solo musician for the longest time, like playing open mics, and he had an acoustic EP out on New Year's Day of 2023. So it'd been out for a couple of months, and we reworked like 3 of those songs into the band format, and then the other 3 were like brand new. We all wrote together, but you it's not on Spotify anymore. But if you want to hear like the acoustic stuff, it's still on his SoundCloud, so it's not like erased from existence or anything.
Yeah.
We just didn't want to like crowd our feed with like, here's the main band version, here's the acoustic version. And I think like the evolution just shows itself.
Yeah.
I could ramble about Spotify versus SoundCloud and Bandcamp for far too long. Far too long. It's a whole world.
But the EP is on everything. It's on
Everywhere.
Apple Music, Spotify,
Apple, Tidal, Deezer, if you're using that for some reason.
Yeah, I've never heard of Deezer.
It exists. I think it was like one of the first pirating websites actually in like 2006, and they eventually were like, okay, I guess we'll be a streaming service.
Well, you're on there too.
Yeah, everywhere.
Good. And then you guys have played in Denver a few times?
A few times. We played Mercury Cafe a couple of weeks ago, which was like an upstairs stage. It used to be a wedding hall, and we played there with Still Runnin', Moss Brains, some people I met and invited on the bill, and what was the third? Red Light Ritual. Yeah, good lineup. It was our first Denver show, and I think we did all right. Like, we don't know many people down there. I got like the 5 people I know down in Denver to come out. It was a good time, but we're playing again at Lost Lake on March 10th, Sunday.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this didn't come out after
Oh, that's
that,
okay.
but
That's okay.
is there any other?
We got Birdhouse
dates
March
so far?
9th. We're looking at April right now. Nothing's really set in stone. We might be planning a very impulsive trip to New York City
Whoa.
to play
Cool.
in New Jersey and on Long Island, because Buddy Guy, the blues guitarist, is doing his farewell tour, and absolute legend in the world of blues. Like, he's one of the originals. He's like 87 now and still touring, and I know Adam really wants to see him before like he misses his chance to do so.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it'd be fun. Just go for a weekend, play Friday, Saturday night in Jersey and New York, and then go see Buddy on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
We are playing Foco MX, actually. Foco MX is the local music festival put on by Bohemian Foundation. It's April 19th and 20th, and it lasts like
all day on Friday, Saturday, from like noon until midnight.
What's it called again?
Foco MX, FOCO MX. They're announcing the lineup very soon. It's technically not public that we're playing yet, but I think this will come out once the lineup is announced, and it's got
March 18th.
yeah, a bunch of really good local bands. I think they got 400 artists
Oh wow.
this year. Yeah, they get every single stage in town.
I'm new to Foco, so
Welcome. That is where the music's at. Like, every April, every stage in town is booked for like 10 hours straight. Bohemian Foundation does an awesome job with the event, and tickets are a bit on the pricier end, but all the money goes right back to the artists, and it's like $50 for 2 days of nonstop music. So
Yeah.
I say it's worth it.
that's awesome.
100%.
And just let me know if there's any more dates before, and I'll just add it in somewhere.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Do you like playing in Denver?
Denver is like where I grew up. So I was born in Detroit and then moved to Denver when I was a youngin', and I was there until high school when I moved up to Fort Collins. But I'd say I came of age in Fort Collins, but I know Denver pretty well. My whole extended family's down there still, so I'm there like once a week just to see him.
Okay.
And yeah, I like Denver. It's strangely enough, I've heard some takes that like the Fort Collins music scene is more bustling than
Wow.
Denver's lately. And I mean, the density of the scene up here is a lot thicker, but down in Denver, like, it's a bit more sporadic. But I think they both just have a lot of music. My favorite spot to play in Denver would probably be Larimer Lounge or Globe Hall or Lost Lake, where we're playing, because those
Yeah.
3 venues are all under the same booking company, and they always do a really good job
Cool.
of putting on a show.
Hopefully, maybe I can go to Lost Lake. We'll see. I think I should be able to go to the Foco MX.
Yeah, Foco next is gonna be fun. Lost Lake's only like $13 and an hour drive, but
That's awesome. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any other thoughts you'd like to share with Front Range students,
go stream the EP. That's a threat.
Do it.
You better. It's really cool. We're very proud of it, and we're gonna be releasing singles throughout the year. You can follow our Instagram. It's at Atom Son of Man, ATOM, and yeah. Thank you very much, Julian.
Yeah.
Blast.
Thank you.
Of
I
course,
appreciate
buddy.
it.
Yeah.